WWE Raw viewership in the US is down approximately 35% since the move to Netflix. We've got numerous WrestleMania pictures that have been made for one Chelsea Green and an update on the WWE return of one Becky Lynch. It's time for the news. WWE is super hot right now, but one thing that isn't so hot is the company's viewership since Raw's move from the USA Network to Netflix, with, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, viewership down approximately 35%. I think this is a bit of a surprise, and I was like the first person to go, hey, the move to Netflix is massive for them, and it makes it accessible to so many more people. But one thing that I think I forgot, and it's the number of people who just consume stuff via more traditional means, especially, I guess, older people who maybe aren't signed up to Netflix or streaming services in general. Or maybe
just sort of a bit more averse to the newer technology, right?
Yeah, perhaps. And I've just watched WWE because it's on, they channel hop, and that's how they watch TV. They don't watch via streaming services. But it's a massive drop, right? 35% is huge. I don't think this has been the strongest WrestleMania build.
No.
I'd definitely say that.
It's sort of been a bit ropey, hasn't it?
It has, and I think there's been a big old gap between the last premium live event and WrestleMania. What is it, an extra 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, they sort of pushed it. They're trying to push Mania back as far as they can, so it's.
But 35% is a big drop.
But I'm keen to see, because it's viewership down, but I'm keen to see if this is live viewership or if this is overall viewership. So obviously, traditionally, way back in the day, it was just on. If you missed it, you had to have a tape in the player to record it. Then we had things like Sky Plus or TiVo if you're in the States, so you could record. That would then be taken into ratings in +3s and +7s, depending on if you watched it in the first 3 days or the first 7 days of recording it. Netflix, for me, like I very rarely watch traditional media, mainly because my house aerial is knackered. But I'll watch like live sports. I'll watch occasionally like live news, or if there's something massive on TV, maybe. But I tend to just sort of go, when I have services where you have things live, it's more like, I'll just watch it when I get round to it. Or I'll just watch it like tomorrow. I'll just watch it like next week, or I'll watch 2 back to back. If it's like, something like that, I think that I'd be interested to see if it's live numbers or if it's overall numbers, because I think that plays into it. And as well, when you're talking about TV, again, you mentioned like people might not be subscribed, but you also have passive viewership, people who are just kind of clicking through channels and it's the wrestling.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Netflix, you choose something, and I would agree with you.
You've got such a deep like library of things to choose if you're bored, right?
Yeah, and I think Netflix is traditionally associated with video on demand rather than live programming,
which they're trying to turn around, and they are doing very well at. But it's going to be some time before people associate it directly with it also does sports.
Yeah, I guess to WWE, if their viewership has shifted to a more youthful demographic, then that's a wise investment to make, because those are perhaps going to be watching wrestling for a long, long time rather than...
It's long-term dollars.
It is. Yeah. We move over to WrestleMania 41, not 31, and an interesting report from Fightful Select saying that Chelsea Green wasn't planned for WrestleMania as of earlier this week, though there have been pitches made. According to multiple sources, she was pitched to host WrestleMania 41. We talked about that earlier in the week. But other ideas included something regarding her feud with Zelina Vega. And another idea that has been pitched is a United States Open Challenge at Mania 41, with a couple of interesting names pitched here. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Bella pitched as potential surprise opponents for Green. There's nothing finalized at the moment. There's a possibility things could get changed. It could get added last minute. We don't know. I really hope Chelsea does something of substance at WrestleMania, because she's consistently excellent.
Yeah, she maximizes every bit of screen time she gets. So on the grandest stage, it's a no-brainer for me. But I think as well, like, Open Challenge, I'd probably prefer. I think she'd be a fantastic host, but Open Challenge would be really interesting. Potentially a huge WrestleMania moment, which they're all about, right?
One of the names mentioned there, Alexa Bliss, I cannot believe. Like, she's in town.
Yeah, we know
she's in town for WrestleMania, but I can't believe that she's not doing anything. And I don't know exactly what's going down there, but you look at the pop that she received at the Rumble.
Biggest response at the Rumble, and then...
Of the whole night.
And then it's sort of like, why at 6? Just hold on. And it's like, can we? What are we doing? What are we doing?
No idea. A quick update on Becky Lynch's potential WWE return from Sean Ross Sapp speaking on The Hump. He said there was creative pitched for her in January. It didn't end up happening, of course. He said he doesn't know what that creative was, but it wasn't like a one-on-one match. He doesn't know if it was a three-way, four-way tag team, whatever it might have been. She's been signed. She's been under contract for months, at least 4 or 5 that Sean knows of, but she hasn't been brought to TV to do anything. But she is very smart. Yes. She knows what creates buzz. She also doesn't want lazy booking, though. She doesn't want that. She wants something inspired. It's curious because I thought we'd have seen her back by now because she was included in the promotional marketing stuff for the move to Netflix. I was like, oh, okay, she's good to go. She's one of the faces of the company. Even being off TV, she is like WWE through and through, isn't she?
I think like there's a lot of people kind of going, well, what is there left for Becky to do? And it's a weird way to look at it now. I think like people sort of go, well, you've won everything. What's left? And it's sort of, I think that having the ability to, having the profile to be able to kind of refuse booking you don't agree with is amazing.
Good for her.
But two, I think waiting for something with a lot more substance means we're going to get something more memorable out of her. And it means that whatever storyline it is, hopefully it's going to help elevate somebody else along with her.
Yeah, 100%. TNA Unbreakable aired last night. And just a few quick notes from TNA Unbreakable. The first is that we have we've got an inaugural TNA International Champion. The TNA International title was instituted by Santino Marella after taking the Digital Media Championship from Steph DeLanda and Mance Warner. And your first ever champion is one Steve Macklin. Good for Steve Macklin.
Good for Big Steve. And have you seen the belt with its lovely turquoise strap?
I think TNA do belts better than a lot of major wrestling promotions. I think TNA... Do you like the belt, first of all?
I do, but with the exception of the Jeff Hardy face one, just pretend that didn't happen.
That's Jeff Hardy's idea. You can't blame TNA for that.
Pretend that one didn't happen. And with the exception of the putting the sticker over the Global Force one, it was still a beautiful belt. Just hated the big sticker. But they really do. Their titles feel like they're kind of prizes, right?
Yeah,
they feel like
prestigious
they're prestigious. Yeah, they're covered in like florals and it's nice.
I like him. Steve Macklin, congratulations to him. A surprising ex-WWE star making an appearance at Unbreakable as well. Victoria Crawford, or as you may well know her, Alicia Fox was there making an appearance at the show. She didn't do too much. She was in the audience for a mixed tag team match where Joe Hendry and Masha Slamovich took on Frankie Kazarian and Tessa Blanchard. At one point, Alicia Fox, sort of reached out and touched Slamovich, and it looked like it was all going to kick off, and then that's basically it.
It was just a high five. Security came over and, what are you doing?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
I guess she was just in town, and they thought, oh, just stick her on TV. She didn't do much, but lovely to see her. She's aged like a fine wine. She's looking fantastic. No, she has. What? What's funny about that?
Nothing funny about it. It's just,
why are you laughing?
She aged like a fine wine.
No, she looks fantastic. What I'm saying is she's good to go if you want her. And finally...
And it's not the days of the Highlanders either. She's not going to get fired for appearing in the audience.
No, that's true.
Employed, so you could get her back and do something.
And finally, from TNA Unbreakable anyway, Chris Bay. Fantastic to see him. He made an appearance at Unbreakable, walking out onto the stage, addressing the crowd, introduced by his ABC tag team partner, Ace Austin, and he talked about the accident that obviously has changed his life significantly. What a fighter! What a guy! He's looking fantastic considering what he's been through.
It's just terrifying, and the fact he's come back from it and he's able to sort of to rebuild now. Like he's able to kind of take his life and move forward with it. So it's just good to see him, right?
The absolute outpouring of love that he has received is a testament to seemingly what a great guy is.
Yeah.
Like that's many people supporting
so
him.
Many lives.
Yeah,
got
for sure.
So many people on his side with it.
It was great to see him. Great to see him for sure. We finish off and please sound the Omos siren because Omos is in town for WrestleMania 41. He's been spotted in Las Vegas at the Culture Kings event. No, it's not hard to miss him. He was at the Culture Kings event alongside Chelsea Green, Rhea Ripley, R-Truth, and Carmelo Hayes. We will say at WrestleMania, it's all hands on deck. So don't necessarily expect him to appear He could be on tonight's armbar, perhaps. Hopefully they're listening, because we've been whinging. They came out and they were like, we don't bench people. Omos has been benched for ages.
After he was he was champion over at Noah, and you brought him home and they had to vacate the titles, man. What are you doing?
Outrageous. Well, he's looking fantastic. He's aged like a fine wine. Book him! Book him! We are Homo sapiens.
He's the new wise man. Have him with Roman now. It'd be fine.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. One more quick plug for our WrestleMania 41 pictures and predictions. They're on the channel now. You can join myself and Andrew for the live stream tomorrow. And then you got what happened at, and then WCF moments as well over on our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic. Thank you so much. You'll see Sam tomorrow for your morning news, but you won't see me until tomorrow night. So have an amazing WrestleMania weekend. I hope it's fantastic. Let's all enjoy wrestling together.
Yeah, enjoy SmackDown tonight, and make sure you get plenty of rest for Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be a hell of a lineup. We've got 9-hour shows on each night.
Plenty of Auntie Sam here.
9 hours, mate.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
9 hours.
I'm buzzing. Thanks so much. Take care. We'll see you in a bit.